is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to the Team Podcast, episode 031. My name is Nash, host of the Team Podcast. And I got my man Wells of the Horseplay Podcast with me.
What's going on?
You're my man, Wells. Now I like that.
Yeah. And that voice you just heard is the great DJ Smythe on the ones and twos.
Not a DJ, but what's going on?
Are you going to spit your gun? Or are you just going to chew like that?
Yeah, man. You gonna chew like that all episode?
Can I, or is that...
No.
Really,
I mean, you can have it in your mouth. Just don't gobsmack it, man.
All right, I'll try not to.
Can you just spit it out?
Okay, there you go. The tribe has spoken.
Oh my God, awful radio.
Spitting it out into his notes.
And there.
This is not my fault, by the way. All right.
What?
You were the one chewing the gum.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, no one threw the gum in your mouth.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
What'd you guys get up to this week? Anything exciting, Wells?
Yeah, man. I went to like a festival, sort of mini festival on Sunday.
Like a festival, or was it a festival?
Well, it was like 3 artists.
What was it called?
Freedom.
All right, that's weird.
That's weird?
I don't know.
It's called Freedom.
Freedom. You don't even know what it's about. And you're saying it's weird. What was it? What was it?
Well, go into it.
It was headlined by Tiesto.
Oh, well.
DJs.
Oh, Electric Island?
No, that's a different thing. That's on the actual island. This was at Rebel.
When was that?
Sunday.
You went to a nightclub. During the day or night?
Night.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I was there. Yeah. When I dropped off my, I saw the lineup and stuff like that. Because my job is right there.
Yeah, I seen that parking lot.
Yeah, so I saw the huge lineup.
What time?
I think I was done around 7 or so.
What? No. I mean,
No?
didn't start till 10.
There was a few people hanging around. So I
The
saw them
lineup
around.
started at 7.
Oh, you know why? Because it was sold out. And they had tickets at the door, a select few.
So,
There's people there at 7? Good for them.
There's a bunch of people there.
Brave souls. Not that it was cold or anything, but
How was it, though?
Was it worth it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good time.
Nice.
Anything you get up to this weekend? Or this week, excuse me, Smythe?
You know. Nothing really. I went golfing today.
And how was that?
Amazing. I spent the whole day in the sun. Didn't eat anything. Drank a lot and hit some balls.
Where'd you play?
Winchester. It's in Oshawa.
Winchester.
Yeah, decent course. My Fitbit actually has an app that like tracks like the course layouts and stuff.
That's pretty
which is
sick.
Cool.
It does?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Did make me hit the ball better.
You went all the way to Oshawa?
Yeah, I did. Some
It's
coworkers
golf,
that
man.
were
There's
up
nothing
there.
in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's in yours?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, really.
It's
There's like
literally nowhere.
Islington, and there's like something
There's one in
that...
Etobicoke, no?
Yeah, Etobicoke. There's a course in Etobicoke.
Yeah, but there's
and
like
then-
nothing really good.
Yeah, and then
You gotta
the
go to, like-
closest courses are Richmond Hill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or like
yeah,
Newmarket.
Yep. So,
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, how
I
about
had a question for you guys. Because I heard this on another podcast. If you guys were... So, we're doing a bank heist.
yeah.
Which character would you be in that bank heist?
Okay, we cannot use Heath Ledger Joker. That can't be.
Well, not particular character, but, you know, most movies are certain
think-
type of characters. Like, there's the cool, calm leader, the guy who jumps up on the counter, starts screaming orders, the scared guy who doesn't really want to be there, the driver.
No,
well, like,
you
there's
gotta be
many
your own.
characters. Yeah,
I think
many,
I'm the
many
jump on the
characters.
counter guy. I'm that guy that goes, "Give me all your money," and
Start
throws
yelling
the
at people and
bag
stuff like that.
and starts like shooting the gun in the air. I'm that guy.
I'm the smooth talker.
You're the suit talker.
Yeah, I'm talking to the assistant managers and the managers,
Like in a calm voice. Hey,
making sure that no one's going to get hurt. We just want the bank's money,
Yeah.
not yours.
Yeah, that's
hey,
my favorite speech.
give us the money, or that you see that guy on the counter, he's going to shoot you.
Yeah,
Just-
my favorite
No,
speech
no.
is it's not your money.
Look, you can't. Yeah, exactly. You can't.
like, don't
you can't
be a hero.
threaten
It's-
the people.
doesn't
Just
belong to
say,
you.
just follow along. We're not taking your money. We're taking the bank's
Yeah.
money. No one needs to get hurt. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt.
That threatening voice, like you're talking quiet to them, like really
I'm not.
threatening.
No, I'm the
It's
calm
scary at the
voice.
same- yeah, it's scary at the
I'm
same
the calm
time
voice.
because you have a gun to your face. You wear a mask, it's like, hey.
But then
just
you
give
gotta
us
have like you gotta show something though too, right? Like you can be calm and cool, and then you gotta like maybe I don't know, take someone's kneecap out just to prove a point. A security guard. Be
I feel like if you're not a
and then put-
sociopath, you can't do things the right way.
yeah,
You have to. That person has to understand at that moment that you will just shoot them in the face.
yeah. You have to lay the ground rules.
Yeah. Which unfortunately is a bullet.
I think I'd be the driver.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
I'd definitely be the driver. Yeah. Well. You guys got any recommends and warrants for this week? Wells?
Yeah, I was gonna recommend checking out some concerts this summer because it's tonight's the first night that the Budweiser stage is open in Toronto.
Nice. Who's playing?
Broken Social Scene.
I'll get to hear that from my apartment. I'll get to hear that from my apartment.
No, by the time you get home, it'll be over. They close at 11, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can definitely, like, I'm sitting there and one of my favorite games is stand on my balcony and try and guess which band it is.
Yeah. Totally, yeah, from where you are.
Yeah.
I even hear it too from mine because it bounces off the building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so go check out some concerts or festivals this summer.
I'm going to, I think I'm going to Smashing Pumpkins this
Definitely
summer.
going to Smashing Pumpkins.
Definitely Smashing Pumpkins. I just can't remember when it is.
Yeah.
And I tried to get tickets to Migos and Drake. Yeah, no.
No, it got to a point where you are not going to pay that much to go. Is what you're saying?
How much is like
Like, to get in the door was like $300.
So go see them at Veld. Migos.
Migos?
Yeah,
That's probably going to be the same price.
they're at Veld the same weekend. No,
Maybe.
you can
So
you can
cheap?
buy 1 day ticket and it's like $89.
That's
A9?
not
Okay, I
bad.
might do that.
And you can see other artists too. I think like ASAP Ferg and then like a bunch of like EDM
A$AP Ferg was
DJs.
here last week or something like that.
I'm just telling you, he's gonna be there in August. August long weekend.
Any
That's
warrants?
always
Any
a crazy
Any warrants
weekend.
for this weekend?
I wasn't done recommending.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. I thought you were done. You said concerts, and I thought you
Hey,
were
you
done.
don't get to recommend two things. You're done.
No, I was just gonna recommend. I'm going to see. I'm going to Dreams Festival in June
Nice.
at Echo
festival
Beach.
here. Yeah, big festival.
Yeah, go be.
Bud Light Dreams. Really excited to see some of the artists there. But yeah, everyone should go check out some sort of festivals. There's lots in the city. I think next weekend is Field Trip at Fort York, which like the Yayayas and Metric are headlining that. So
Oh man,
Another concert I'm going to be here for my
my wife would
balcony,
love
probably.
that.
well, that's the closest you'll get, probably.
I'm probably gonna go to that because I would love that.
No, if you're going, let me know.
Yeah. Is it and Metric? That's back to back.
Metric, and I think one night is Metric, one night is
Wait,
Yayaya.
did you say next week?
Next weekend, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
First weekend in June.
totally. That's gonna happen.
Oh, wait, we're gone, aren't we?
Yeah. No, that's second weekend in June. First weekend in June is like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should be okay. I got Radiohead.
Radiohead's
Smashing
coming?
Pumpkins. Yeah, July 7th.
Where?
I think it's the ACC. No. Sorry, Budweiser stage.
Okay, that's bad.
You guys love Radiohead. You always see Radiohead.
I love
Radiohead's crazy loud.
Yeah,
right?
I love Radiohead. But you guys always see them. Like, how many
Yeah.
times?
Well,
like,
it's just twice. This is back to
The
this
second time?
2 years
Okay.
in a row, and they're not. They have no new songs, so they're just playing the exact same stuff.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's fine.
Always good. Always good.
So Smashing Pumpkins, Jack White, and Foster the People.
Watch the people.
Yeah.
That's okay. I like Foster.
Stoked.
I can't remember the wrong song, though.
Yeah. What?
I can't remember
The
the
first
one
album is
Swan's Up
really
Kids?
good.
Yeah.
All their albums are good. All their albums are good.
Now, would you recommend any Warrens, Wells?
No.
Nothing?
I got nothing to warn you guys about.
tough. What do you got, Smythe?
Recommend is golfing. That's it. Hit some balls. Get out there. The only reason I say that is because it's a great chance to get out and just chit chat with friends and have a good time.
What
No
is
one's
the appeal to
gonna
golf? Is it the social aspect of golf?
The best
Or
thing
do you
about,
actually, like, I want to get out there and play the game? Like,
no,
what is it?
the best thing about golf is it's you and your friends against the course. So it's never competitive. I don't think everyone wants everyone else to do well, and you just get into talking about life. You find out what's going on with people, and it's something you can just do consistently because it doesn't take a lot of physical effort. So that's it.
That's it? Any Warrens?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, stand-up comedies on Netflix. I'm starting to like. They're not good anymore.
There's so many, man.
Yeah, we're getting. It's just turning into like everyone who could possibly do an hour-long stand-up gets a Netflix special.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for yours to drop.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And it's turning into like you're no longer seeing the best of the best.
No.
You're seeing everyone who goes on a stage for an hour and tells jokes. So I warn before watching every new one that comes out. Either make sure
Are they producing these stand-up specials, or are they just
Yeah.
buying them?
they're I think they're just producing. All they're doing is taping them and throwing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess they're buying them.
I get it. Like, people must be watching it.
Yeah. Well, some people get big money for them, but other guys don't. But it's the point where it's getting oversaturated. We're starting
Not
to
everyone's
not
getting
see
Chappelle
talent.
money.
Right.
What did he get? 60 million to do 3 or 4?
Yeah. But you did
Yeah,
4.
something like that.
He gave you an extra one. He gave you a
The new
freebie.
one just came out.
60 million.
The new one just came out.
Goodness, man.
I guess it makes sense to Netflix. I guess, but
You're gonna get the viewership.
Yeah, lots of
Netflix
eyes.
I know,
makes
but
money back.
the viewership's already there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the money's already there. Like, I guess it makes sense to them. Netflix is something that baffles me as far as the money's
The
concerned.
biggest fear of Netflix right now is that you cancel to do Amazon or YouTube or Hulu or whatever else.
You're not gonna do that. Have you actually subscribed? Have you actually looked at the other ones?
No.
Like I have Prime now because if you get Amazon Prime, they'll give you Prime for free.
Yeah. Well, I have Amazon Prime just because like same day
Oh,
shipping.
so then you have the app then.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can get- you can watch
I've
TV. Yeah, you can watch
never
TV.
used it. So.
Like there's nothing on it.
Oh, see.
Hulu, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has Hulu.
Crave is okay.
Crave, I didn't like that either.
What?
YouTube
How
TV
can you not like
is
Crave?
awesome.
I don't really like Crave.
Well, how can you not like it though? It has every HBO show. Like,
Yeah, but after that, like, there's nothing. Like after you watch them, then what? That's you know what I'm saying.
You just have HBO. so you're not in.
well, you can go back to it any time, and then also like Letterkenny's on that.
I was gonna say Wells really likes Letterkenny. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a great show, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah, I did.
It's funny.
I have Crave because I have HBO. Because now it comes with HBO. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting it, but I'm like,
you might already have it too. To be honest.
no, I don't. I know I don't. Yeah, Netflix. Did you hear about that Netflix movie they're doing? Michael Bay and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
$150 million budget. This is their biggest movie to date. I think Bright was 130 million.
But what are they doing?
They became a movie.
No one knows what it's about.
No. It's Michael Bay. It's Michael Bay and Ryan Reynolds.
It's the best part. Best part about it is like, yeah, they're gonna make a movie, and we're like, what is it about? And everyone's like, just hush on it.
I'll tell you, there's gonna be a lot of explosions.
There will be a movie.
a lot of explosions, a lot
Lens
of
flares.
and Ryan Reynolds is making jokes all through the movie.
Basically.
Yo, did you hear about how much money Fortnite's pumping into esports?
$100 million into esports.
That's insane.
What do you mean? 100, what, we
For
got-
rewards.
really?
So you put $100 million in, and people can win that money,
Yeah.
Wow.
which is more than the next top 5 esport games combined have put in
How long will Fortnite last? Like how much longer? do you think?
until forever.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be forever.
Why?
These games have a shelf life. All these games have a shelf life.
Yeah. But I think
But-
it's like 7-8 years.
No,
Why?
a lot shorter than that.
Dude, it's look, if you look at like all the other games, like they've been out for so long too, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Counter-Strike's still going.
Yeah,
Counter-Strike's
Counter-Strike's
going.
yeah, but they
for
keep
almost
coming out.
20
They keep
years.
coming up with. Yeah, they keep coming up with.
Well, those come
So
with
is
the
Fortnite.
new Fortnite. It's not like
Well, they just keep upgrading the game, right?
Yeah.
They keep changing the game.
the game changes.
and they
every month.
evolve the story in the game and weapons.
The,
and
Well, they did the
everything.
same. They did the same thing with what was that one we were playing on our phone that everyone loved?
Clash Clans.
No, we caught all these animals.
Pokemon?
Pokemon. I don't know why.
Is that still a thing?
That one with the animals. I don't play it.
It's so fascinating. I go to bus sometimes and I see people. I'm like, you're still playing that?
Yeah, it's still going on. Yeah, but Fortnite's really, they're trying to take it to the next level, and I kind of see where they're going with it.
And you know why it's gonna last long? It's free.
Oh, I understand that. It's just, I don't know.
How do you get bored of free entertainment?
Forget the free; they're taking legitimate stars. Like so at E3, Fortnite,
saw
which
that. It's
doesn't
all
need
tag
anything.
teams.
Yeah, they're gonna have 50 celebrities team of 50 pro players. So these pro players are getting celebrity status, something that other esports players they don't get. You don't know who the best Call of Duty player is. You don't know who a good
Nope.
Counter-Strike player is. But the best Fortnite player is becoming an actual celebrity.
Yeah.
And they're pairing them
Like
with
rock
celebrities.
stars.
Yeah. So these guys are actually getting branding behind them, which will make this go longer. Right? Which is the same way you build like your regular sports league, like the NHL.
By this time next year, it won't be as big.
That's what
I
you
will,
think.
I will promise you by this time next year, it will not be as big.
I don't know.
It might be even bigger.
I think the way they're going right now, they are building what esports should actually be like.
Yeah.
Like the top Fortnite players should be known to the average everyday
$100
person.
million.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That
Right
is
now it's
so
like-
much money
Yeah.
to play a video game for.
Yeah. Right now, it's big. I'm not going to deny it. I'm just saying by this time next year, it will not be this big. My recommend would be Puck Soup podcast. If you guys,
I
if
hate
you guys,
Wyshynski, man.
you do? Oh man, it's so funny. They're so funny.
I hate him so much.
Greg Wyshynski and what's the guy from Vice Sports? Oh man, I can't remember the guy's name now. Anyway, Greg Wyshynski and the other guy.
Must
the other guy, I
be a
can't
good
remember.
podcast.
That guy.
I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, if you guys are trying to get into hockey, they do as much entertaining as they do hockey. Sometimes just go off on tangents and whatnot. I find it very entertaining. It's one of my. I listen to about maybe 10, 15 podcasts, and they're on the one of the podcasts I never miss every week. So my recommend would be Puck Soup. My warn is convertibles. So today was a lovely, lovely day in Toronto, and I think they advise a heat warning for next week or something like that.
Bring it on.
Summer's coming.
Yeah, summer's here. Nothing bothers me. Well, it's a little bit of a pet peeve, but you spend an extra 10 grand, 5 grand on a convertible. and you have a top up all summer. Why did you buy it? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like it's nice weather. Put it down. I saw maybe 5-6 convertibles out today. Tops up, AC's on. Why'd you buy it? Don't understand. Why'd you buy it?
Because they have the money.
I guess you just wasted your money.
It's funny though, like you pay more money for less car.
Yeah. It's
It's weird, right?
It's like that with clothes too.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay that much money, use it. I don't know. Let's get into some sports right now. Let's get into some sports. NHL. So we're at the Stanley Cup right now. We are at the Stanley Cup, but let's look back a little bit. Anything you want to say about the Vegas Winnipeg series, Wells?
Man,
You called Winnipeg.
I called Winnipeg and I called Tampa.
Yeah, you thought Winnipeg was probably the best.
Yeah,
team.
I still think they were.
They might be. I thought the Preds were the best team, but whatever.
It's crazy. If you blinked, you missed this series.
It's not like any of the games were like blowouts or anything,
No.
right? Like they were all
Vegas
close
only lost
games.
3 games.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Who was the star of the series?
Fleury.
Yeah, by far, layers. He was the best player on the ice, and he was the best player on the ice to the point where he was like smirking. If you
He
watch,
always smiles, man.
he looked like he was cocky. That's how.
I would say the first
playing.
2 games he wasn't.
Why? Because he allowed more than 2 goals.
But over the series, yes, he probably was the best player in the ice.
Oh, it's scary.
This Golden Knights team, it just I don't know.
They are now the favorite to win the Stanley
Oh,
Cup.
obviously they are. Obviously. They've only lost. They only lose 1 game out of all the series they played. Like
Well, they swept the first, lost 2 in the second, and lost
Yeah.
1. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
You know what? Discipline trumps star power. That's the one thing I looked at. I'm like, you know what? If you're a disciplined team,
yes and no, because there are disciplined teams, but they don't have because these guys roll 4 lines. There's no like they put out line 1, line 4. There's no difference because most of the players are pretty even. There are disciplined teams out there in the league, but they don't have as many guys as they do.
yeah. Well,
So
if you have 12 tier 2 guys, that's basically what you're saying.
tier 3.
Okay, well,
Tier
and
2,
three.
tier 2,
even
tier
worse.
3.
But
Yeah,
like I'm saying, and they play a system the correct way. You don't care who's on the other side of the ice. That team's going to prevail. That's what they're trying to show you right now. It's a huge statement, and it's really good for hockey, I think.
They're just a team that's taking advantage of all the mistakes other teams are doing, and they don't make very many mistakes at all.
Nope.
And then if they do, they have a good goalie to support them. It's crazy. I don't know, man. The expansion team is in the Stanley Cup final, and they cruised in.
Yep. And so the last time this happened
St. Louis
was
Blues.
when the NHL expanded from 6 teams to 12.
Yeah.
So the other division was all the 6 new teams.
Yeah.
So one team by default had to make the Stanley Cup final.
Can you name all the teams?
No. So
The St. Louis Blues, the Seals, the Flyers,
Devils?
the
no.
Stars,
Yeah, Minnesota.
and damn it,
The Flyers.
I can't remember. What I named
You already
5?
said the Flyers.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, but that was-
Oilers? No.
no,
And
no.
when they got to the finals, they just got swept.
Oh, they got smoked.
So-
but the thing about that was all the expanded teams were in one division. So
yeah.
obviously an expansion
By
team was
default.
going to come out of it.
So
get
this
the
is
Stanley Cup.
basically a first, is what I'm saying.
for the most
First
part.
for any sport, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, except for that one time. But yeah, it's the first.
No, I mean
So,
like
yeah.
in like this era.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
Have you guys seen the video of the pregame?
Yes.
In Vegas? Yeah.
Yes.
That
They
was
have,
like going around like crazy.
yeah, they like act out a scene.
I've seen one person's talked to me that actually gone to a Vegas game, and I'm going to try and go next year. But they say it's just a show. They put on a show at the beginning. They put on a show between halves. It's Vegas. It is
It
Vegas.
is Las Vegas. That's one thing that like you are going to Las Vegas. I understand it's a hockey arena, but it is what it is.
There's a
You
live
are-
band in there.
Yeah, you are in the show. But
How-
it's
How long before every team in the NHL copies exactly what they're doing?
they can't.
As far as the
It's
end game,
not,
sure.
it's not the same thing.
Well, they can. You can put in a live band. And
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
can
that.
try.
Everyone's going to copy them.
But it's not like it's not. You're in Las Vegas. Is what you expect in Las Vegas. That it's a kind of it's nice, but like I don't know
I want to know like what type of celebrities are going to roll out
for the
for the finals. What
you
type
think?
of like
Apparently there's a
local?
lot. There's a lot of them. A lot of Vegas guys that go there.
Yep.
The poker player, I can't remember his name, the Canadian.
Negrano.
Negrano.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
there. He has like 12 season tickets.
Yeah, he's a Leafs fan and he's a little sellout. He's a little trader.
Would
Yeah.
you be a sellout?
No,
He
Oh,
probably,
as soon as that team came, I would have grabbed tickets.
probably also jumped on and bought them for next to nothing when they first came out.
Oh yeah,
right?
probably.
I know one of my buddies was a Sabres fan, and then at the start of the year he was like, "Oh, I'm just going to be a Vegas fan now. I'm going to join them."
Cool, I would too. Like you're a fan of the
Well,
Sabres?
I'm talking about, and this is like when Sabres supposed to be on the up and up, and the Vegas team is supposed to be like the worst in the league.
Dude, 47 points they're predicted to get. That's a low because they had no one on the team.
As a like recently, we've been getting into like a discussion in our group chat about coaching and stuff like that.
What are you bringing this up, are we?
Well, Gerard Gallant, he's heralded as this great coach. Oh my God, he's gotten so disciplined. But in Florida, how come he couldn't do it in Florida?
He did do it in Florida.
He had Florida in the playoffs. He did.
Yeah, but
he was good in Florida. He just, I don't know what happened. Like he wasn't really that bad. I don't know why he got canned. Like I don't know.
Oh, they couldn't get over the hump.
But like they were in the playoffs one year, and then the next year they started off poorly.
Yeah.
And then they just let him go. But it was only like in November, and everyone's like, "This is a dumb decision."
Yeah.
well, it goes to at least my point. I think there's a lot more good coaches than there are bad.
But in all
Because he has
fairness,
the talent now. That's why.
in all fairness, him and his GM got to pick this team.
yeah,
Not
Oh,
necessarily from like scratch, but like they got to choose who they wanted.
They had the biggest advantage I've ever seen in sports.
Well, it's
Weird
weird.
picks too.
Well, that's the weird part is that they didn't get the best players because a lot of teams had these deals in place.
Yeah.
So they would take player A instead of player B, and they still managed to work it out. And now they have like all these picks
They have
in the draft.
24 picks
yeah.
in next year's draft.
Yeah, it's 7
Plus a
rounds.
Stanley Cup champion team.
How mad are you if you're another owner?
I saw the time. I right now I'd be just my phone. I'd be calling Gary Bettman like, "Yo, how did this happen? Like, what's going on here?
Well, if I'm an owner for any team, I'm like, how did this happen? Like, how do we What do we
and
do
you
wrong?
Can't duplicate it.
But it's like you can't. But like it's just like every other league. Teams are going to adapt and try the same style. Like maybe we don't need to have superstars, or we don't need the big name players anymore. Maybe we just need 4 lines of like second and third liners, instead of having a top line and then like an okay 2 lines and then like a useless line. Maybe we need to go 4 strong.
I mean,
Well, with a cap, if you start paying because really what it works out, you start paying like 3 guys. You start paying those guys, then you can't get the lesser
you're going to
guys.
pay
So-
Carlson next year. Carlson's going to get paid.
Yeah,
someone's
but
going to pay these
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, yeah,
they
but-
may not necessarily need them.
Yeah.
But it goes to my quarterback argument. If you're going to pay Carlson $13 million, you're going to hurt the rest of your team.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't build a team now
Absolutely.
at that point.
But I mean, like, the thing is, this team still has a 40 goal scorer. This team still has players that, plus minus at the top. You still have your good players. They're just not household names yet.
Yeah, somebody has to score.
Right? So now they're going to turn to household names. And then I don't know if that shifts everything around. You don't know. But we're looking. It's something that was unexpected is happening. It's great. Now, on the other side, anybody happy for Ovi but me?
I'm happy for Ovi.
What are you happy about for Ovi? Like what?
He's played hard for his whole career.
No, he's played great.
A lot of people played hard for their
No,
career.
but he's played hard. Like I can never say Ovi had an off season. He's not playing well. Whatever.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
that's not.
I'm not
him.
taking anything away from him. I'm just playing devil's advocate right
and
now.
for him to finally get there, I saw in his face when they were interviewing him, he's happy to be in the dance for a Stanley Cup. That's the one thing I liked about him. Emotionally, he's always there. And I think he's right. Like, he's what hockey embodies. And I'm kind of excited to see him play for a Stanley Cup. I know he's going to show up. Like, in Game 7, he showed up. He did everything he could to win that game.
Hey, he scored the first goal.
Yeah, he could have tucked his tail and went home. Why not? You're Alexander Ovechkin. But he's pushing it. I'm very happy to see him play for a Stanley Cup. And I typed in the group chat today, like, the winner of the Stanley Cup Finals is me. No matter who wins, I'm happy. I'm going to watch every single second of this final.
Anything you want to say about the last series? Lightning. Both you guys called Lightning. So
The Lightning were the better team. But when push came to shove, those guys sacrificed harder. I don't know how else to say it. Like,
well, most of the time
Washington
when
literally
Lightning
wanted
scored, it was
more.
on the power play.
Yeah.
The last 2 games,
They scored,
so it was almost no.
what did they score? 8 even strength goals in that series?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think it was something low. It was something low. Like that.
Well, to be honest, I don't think Tampa was that great throughout the playoffs, except for the Boston series. They looked masterful.
Yeah.
But like the first round,
They won. They only lost one game in the first round.
well, they're playing New Jersey. Who cares? At the end of the day, like
Remember, I took New Jersey.
hey, even worse, even expecting the win. But they, and it wasn't like they were dominating the Devils. But I guess you're not supposed to win every game 8-0. I don't know.
No, it's not like the NBA.
No, and they stomped on Boston. Like I was very surprised.
That was surprising.
Yes.
Yeah. But then when the Washington series wasn't bad, but it's just the last 2 games looked like those guys just had enough.
Yeah, they had their chance.
They didn't want to get hit. They didn't want to fight for the pucks. They didn't want to really grit and grime. And it came down to it. They thought
Wait,
everything. Tampa.
Oh, they were doing all the
did.
hitting. They were doing all the hitting last game.
Game 7. Yeah.
Game 7. And they were just.
I thought they should have won Game 6 too. But
Really?
they
Didn't score a goal.
sorry, I said Game 6, not Game
I
7.
did say
Game 6. You said Game 6.
I said Game 6. Yeah,
Both
Yeah,
shutouts.
they were the better team. I thought.
Game 6?
Yeah,
They
Really?
just-
No,
they
I
just-
maybe
didn't
I'm
see
getting my
that.
Game 6 and Game 7.
Yeah, because
messed
that
up.
was Game 6 is the one that
Take
they were
your
hitting.
pick.
They were
They
hitting them all
scored
the time.
0 goals.
No, I know, but just because they didn't score goals doesn't mean
Yeah.
that they didn't have good chances or they played well.
They played better in Game 7.
That's what I'm
but the
thinking
grit
about.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
Like,
Washington was just like hitting them all over the place. Washington to me looked bigger and heavier
Yeah.
to them.
Well, Washington was balls to the wall in Game 6. In Game 7, it just looked like mastery. They just looked there, and they're on the road. And Washington's been great on the road in the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Which, whatever. Hockey, home ice is like,
Oh, it's out to Vegas.
yeah.
They have, yeah. But then it goes back to I said this earlier in the year. Like we said, Tampa was the best team. You said Wells that Winnipeg was the best team, and look, they're not in the finals. The best team in the best.
Can't win them all, can you?
Well, now looking at Vegas, now you can say, yeah, they probably are the best team in hockey. But, yeah, best team in NHL doesn't always win. So, going into this round, by our little point system, the playoffs, I have 14 points. Wells, you have 8 points. And Smythe, you have 10 points. Calling all the games.
Do you notice how Nash always has the most points based on our
You
system?
can go back and look at it. You can go back and look at it. I've called 10 series correct. No, sorry, I've called 10 series correct. You called 8 series correct, and Wells has called 7 series correct. Excuse me, 7. So I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta take chances, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Well-
do.
Hey, who do you think's gonna win, Wells? Because I'm gonna pick the opposite team. Because you are just
I don't know.
So
man.
we're looking
I have
at
no
we're
clue.
looking at Vegas and Capitals.
But you said you already won, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. So we're looking at Vegas.
no matter
I
what.
guess-
I
I
think
guess-
it's great.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I keep going against I keep going against Vegas every time, but I don't know. Like I just
No,
And
only
sometimes-
that last series. 'Cause did you pick them in the first round?
No, he's never picked them. I don't.
No, he's picked them in the second round.
I picked them against the Sharks.
Yeah, I picked them in the Sharks.
But I picked the Kings and I picked the Jets.
Oh yeah, me
Against
picked
them.
Kings. Yeah.
I
So
really
you're gonna-
thought the Jets were gonna go all the way this year. I really did. I thought they were gonna win the Stanley Cup.
Well,
No, you did. You did. So you're gonna pick the Caps in. You don't even believe it yourself.
Caps in 5.
Wow. Going out the limb, Smythe. Who you got?
man, here's the thing. I really want Ovi to get a cup.
See, I think we're all gonna pick the same thing here.
And here's the thing. No, I feel like if I pick Vegas, because if they lose, I don't really care. And I don't want to pick wrong and then Ovi doesn't get the cup. So I'm going to go with Vegas in 6.
What is
I
this?
think it's going to be a smash mouth. Like, Alexander Ovechkin does not win series easily. If Washington's going to win, it's going to be in 6 or 7 anyways. And I think that Marc-Andre Fleury is playing so good right now that he could steal a game or two for the Knights, and Vegas will take this cup in 6 games. And then the whole NHL and the whole world of sports would be turned upside down, which will be great. So
It's going to be Vegas in 5. It's going to be Vegas in 5. I know this. I know this is going to be Vegas in 5. But I'm saying Caps in 6.
Don't you want to see the Caps win?
I want to see.
And just to see
so bad.
just to see Ovi go greet Trump at the White House. Won't that be great?
They're probably old friends.
Yeah.
Chilling out at Putin's like cottage or whatever.
Yeah.
If you follow me on Twitter or anything, I for some reason I root for the Nationals and I root for the Capitals. I pick them all the time. They never win, but I pick them all the time, and I'm just gonna ride or die with them. I just want the Caps. I think I picked them every round. Yeah, I have. I picked them every round. So Not gonna break tradition. So Caps in 6. All right. That's our Stanley Cup final. They don't say finals; they say final.
Well, it is a final.
Yeah.
If you use
Why do you need
there's
an
more
S?
than one. There's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
one final. They're right.
Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel has now signed with the Ticats.
Love it.
2-year deal. If he maxes out, and I guess if he becomes a starter, I think he can get paid upwards of $350,000. $350,000
Over the 2 years? Total.
or no, every year.
350 a year?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
That's
not
not
that bad.
horrible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
For
Well,
CFL?
compared to what he was like.
Compared to zero.
Well, compared to the NFL salaries type stuff, that's pretty bad. But obviously, Manziel is trying to get some recognition. So he signed for 2 years, which is what there's a rule in the CFL where if you come up, you gotta stay for at least 2 years. I think it's a stupid rule, but whatever.
I like it. So you don't come use a CFL for your stepping stone.
Well, if you want players and guys to come, maybe you might want to give them outs and stuff. That's the only reason I'm thinking like that. Players might want to come up here more if they know they can go back. But I guess I
I think 2 years is a good barometer to show if you're legit or not.
Yeah.
Or if you have anything.
Good or
is he-
bad? No, go on.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say good or bad for CFL.
who?
For CFL.
CFL is great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus publicity. People will watch
Oh.
to see him play. 100%. And he should be starting right away. There's no
He
point.
will be
in
starting.
you-
No, he's not starting.
No,
I
he
know,
will.
but
He will.
there's no point in you not starting this guy. Now, this experiment mixed reviews, right? Because Ricky Williams came here, didn't play that good here, went back to NFL, and reinvented the wheel, basically. Right?
Well, Ricky Williams only played here because he's suspended by the NFL.
I get it, but still, he did his 2 years. He went back.
No, he only
and-
did 1 year. That was before the two-year rule.
No, he did two.
No, he did one.
No, he did 1 year.
Yeah.
he only did 1 year.
And they
he was
went back
He was
and-
supposed to do 2 years, man.
Oh, and he went back, and what was that? What's that? Where they snapped the ball right to the running back?
What's that?
The play where they snapped the ball to the running back and he ran.
A Wildcat.
He birthed that. That was him.
No, it wasn't him. That was...
I mean, it was there before. Don't get me wrong, but he made it famous. Like every team was doing it eventually. They had to put that in Madden because it was,
Yeah, because of Ricky Williams.
I'm just saying what they did because of him. So now with Manziel, do you think that he has a shot at getting back to NFL?
Absolutely.
I realistically think the window's closed already on him.
I don't.
There's 5 or 6 quarterbacks coming up every year that are NFL caliber quarterbacks. Why would you get some guy who played his way out of a job, goes to CFL? He's not going to turn heads in the CFL. He's going to come back and what? Be an effective backup?
How do you know, though? Like, how do you know what he can and can't do? Like,
Because he's not that good.
Well, we saw him in the Browns, and I know. Did you listen to the part of my take interview?
yep.
I know you didn't listen to it, but he basically said that the Browns, they didn't show him the way.
Yeah.
They basically just threw him to lines and like figure it out. Nobody showed him how to do it.
Which is like the most Brown things ever.
yeah,
Well,
and
it's-
that doesn't surprise me. Like he was complaining like they went.
He
to
didn't
the
want to
Browns.
start right away.
No, they didn't. They didn't say, "Hey, do this, do A, B, and C to become a better quarterback." They just basically said, "Go play." Then nobody showed him the way. Nobody
one
held his
mentored
hand,
him.
No one mentored him. Nothing. And
Are we
I
accepting
can believe
this?
that. I can. Huh?
Are we accepting this?
Yes.
Well, it's the Browns.
It's the Browns.
Who taught Cam Newton how to be a quarterback?
He didn't play for the Browns. And Cam Newton had Derek Anderson as like a mentor.
Derek Anderson.
He's just talking about the Browns.
Back
He's not
up.
talking about the NFL. He's talking about the Browns.
I understand. He can, of course, he can take a dump on the Browns. Everyone would in that situation. All I'm saying is that he's not good enough. I mean, it's like,
He might not be good enough, but
I hope he does well, man. I like
do.
comeback
I do.
stories. And you know what? It would do wonders for the CFL if he could revitalize his career. And then even if he becomes like a backup in the NFL, at least it shows that you can go to CFL and prove yourself
then go back,
and then go back to NFL or wherever you want to go.
right?
And, you know, if you're willing to put in the 2 years to resuscitate your career, then maybe you get, you know, college flameouts and people who get hurt or whatever, right? Maybe you get some of these big name
Higher tier players.
Yeah, exactly. And they come to the CFL, you're and then your league becomes, you get more
A
eyeballs.
little bit more. Right? So Colin Kaepernick to the Alouettes. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's different.
no. I do hope he does succeed like you, Wells.
Yeah. Why do you want to root against
the
him?
CFL seems to be more catered to him.
What? It's a 15-yard
it's
throw.
It's more of a throwing. It's
You
more
can't
of
make
a,
that 15-yard throw.
But it's more like you can succeed with the scrambling stuff. That stuff that he's
not
doing at
as
Texas
much.
A&M.
Man.
You don't think so?
Oh, they're faster in the CFL. I think
It's tougher to be a mobile quarterback in the CFL.
yeah.
It's better if you're a gunslinger.
And what I think is that he's going to learn to throw very quick,
He has to.
right? And it'll help him, but I don't think it's good enough to get him back in the NFL. Like, he did not have the skills when he came
You just don't think he's good enough to be
to the league. No, I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's only so many jobs. How many jobs are there in the league? There's 30 teams,
starting. Yeah.
32
2 quarterbacks per team. There's 60 jobs. I don't think he's one of the top 60 quarterbacks in the world.
100 jobs.
Okay.
96
practice
technically.
squad. Okay.
No. Usually quarterbacks
You take
teams
3?
have 3. Some have 2.
2 in a practice? Okay.
No,
We'll say
no, you have 3 in a practice.
I don't think he's one of the top 100 quarterbacks in the United States.
I don't think he is either.
Yeah. And that's
Really? Really?
yeah.
Okay.
But that's why you're going to CFL to prove yourself.
Yeah, that's why you play the games.
Are you guys going to see any games? They're going to try.
I'll go see him if he's here in
I was actually looking at tickets to go down.
Yeah,
to see him.
when are they here?
Huh? I have no idea over there. I actually want to go to Hamilton.
You said you would look Hamilton.
Yeah, I want to go to Hamilton.
Why?
It's $10 no matter where you go.
Well, I know. I'd rather go to Hamilton. Hamilton's a better
You're a
game.
10-minute walk.
I know,
To BMO
and I'd
Field.
rather go to Hamilton. That's it. And that tells you exactly what I think about the Argos. I don't want to go see the Argos.
I'm not a fan of them playing
Hamilton's
at
you've
BMO.
gone to the stadium, Hamilton Stadium. It's
It's
way
a
better.
new
way
stadium
better.
now.
Yeah, it's a nice stadium. It's nice.
Same spot, but it's a
Yeah.
new stadium.
It's
way better.
I'm not a fan of the Argos playing at BMO, but I don't think I go to Hamilton and watch. Like it's the CFL.
But you've been, okay. I'm just talking about you've been to the stadium. You know the crowd's
I've been when
better.
it was Ivor Win.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
there's
they're more
that,
vibrant.
or I
The
could
crowd-
take a 10-minute walk and go
whatever.
watch at
Yeah,
BMO
let's-
Field. Like, why would I, trek all the way to Hamilton and mingle with those people? Remember what happened last time I went to Hamilton and mingled with those people?
Yeah, Corey.
I think season tickets like $200 for the Argos.
Probably. Let's let everyone in. Me and Wells basically live probably about 15 minutes away from the Argos Stadium.
I am legit a 10-minute walk to BMO Field.
and I'm a little
Which makes
closer.
you less.
And you're closer.
I can hear the stadium anytime as the game.
But he won't go to the games.
Maybe I'll go. Yeah, it's probably like what $10 to get in the door.
You're telling me on like a Friday night you got nothing to do,
I can probably just walk over.
and you could just be like, hey, like, oh, it's a
the
nice
games are on
night out.
Friday
I can have a
nights.
couple drinks and go watch Johnny Manziel.
If he starts, which I think
He will.
people will be clamoring. You can't. I'm guessing in the contract and the deals, there's probably some promises. Hey, you're going to get a couple starts here.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to prove yourself in the NFL, you better be playing.
Yeah.
But apparently, I don't even know their starting quarterback. Apparently, their starting quarterback is actually proven. Because remember, last year,
No.
they came back half. No, well,
They were one game from the Grey Cup last year. They're a good team.
yeah. Remember, they started off bad.
Dude,
and then
just 8 teams.
Sure,
Like,
you just have to win one game, one game from the Grey Cup. But still,
no one in the East was over 500.
It's true. But they were a good. Like they.
the
almost
second
made
half,
it.
they're good. The second half, they're good. Remember, they started off bad.
Yeah,
But anyway, apparently that
they're almost 500.
So you guys are up. Oh, you're obviously a little bit down on the Manziel. Well, are you up for him in the CFL, Smith, or just down on him in general?
I'm up for him trying in the CFL. I don't think he'll be a great CFL quarterback either. I don't think he's a good quarterback, and that's my maybe he proves me wrong this year. But I'm not in that place where he deserves a second chance. Like none of that. Every year there's 5-star caliber quarterbacks coming into this league. It's just getting lower and lower for him. If you don't make it in your draft class in your draft year, there are guys coming to take your job every single season. His time is up. Mm-hmm. But maybe he plays well in the CFL and the Giants take a chance on him because Eli's gone. You don't know what's going to happen, right?
All right. MLB. Big question is what do the Jays do now, Smythe?
Right now?
What do they do?
Right now?
On the 12th, they call up Guerrero. They call up Bichette.
Right now?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
you just start the run. And you just go and they get a season to get used to the majors, and next year you try to win. But the Jays are losing their fan support now. You need something to put people in the seats. Once you have a top 10 attendance, once that goes away, it doesn't come back overnight. You got to keep those fans coming. And the Jays did a good job of it the last couple of years. This year, the team's not playing at that level. They got dusted again today, and they lost yesterday. the numbers aren't there, bring up your stars, get it exciting, bring people back just to see these guys, and the next year you try to win again. Because you can't. Can you turn around your pitching staff? Not really. You got top tier players waiting to come up and hit up here. And after, what is it? Is it June 12th, Wells, that they don't count against your 6 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Because the season will be done by then. Let's be honest. They'll be pretty much. There'll be 9 or 10 games out of the wild card by then. No. I think you just call those guys up and you start doing your thing.
Well, the one thing that was supposed to be the cornerstone of this franchise.
Cornerstone.
was supposed to be their pitching.
Oh man. Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, cornerstone. We're using that word.
Cornerstone of the Jays. Anyway, keep going.
We're supposed to be their pitching, but it's poop right now. Poop.
It's the worst.
I don't think Stroman's even pitching yet.
No, he's not even throwing.
Yeah, not even throwing. Sanchez doesn't even want to throw the curveball. I think he might be scared of blisters. Right now you're relying on just Hap. The bullpen is good. Once again, you've cobbled the bullpen together and they're good, but you can't rely on these guys the whole season. Like, eventually the bullpen's going to get worn out. You got Pilar. Yeah, you're going to say something?
I said the bullpen's already worn out.
Yeah. You got Pilar playing very well right now.
Not anymore.
No, he's down to like 240 or something like that.
Well, he was this last year. He had a hot April and then he phased out.
He falls away.
He's hitting like 213 in May.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was hitting what, 3?
He was like 330 at the end of April. Yeah, he was hitting
330. I mean, but he's not an all-star hitter. You can't accept.
He's not.
I don't know why anyone thought he would be.
Yeah, he's not going to hit.
A lot of people did.
Well, look, a lot of people like Pilar because of his acrobatics and the way he plays his defense, right? But he's turning 30 this year.
He's an 8 hitter.
Or next year or whatever. He's like 29. Like he's been in this league for like 4 or 5 years full time. Now it's weird because like they show like videos of him like adjusting it and like adapting and becoming a better hitter, but then okay, you hit a certain way for a month and then in the second month you just take all that away. Like you throw it out the window when you get behind, like when pitchers start figuring you out. Like
yeah.
That's the thing is all hitting is like adapting to how pitchers throw to you.
Well, you adapt to the pitchers adapt to you. Then you have to adapt to the pitchers. Like it's constantly in
for sure. But you can't come in with the same mindset that okay, all year this is my approach, because especially when you like with this broadcast and there's like all the scouting.
Yeah.
Like teams are like, okay, well if he's gonna have this approach, then why don't we pitch him this way? And then you just solve him. And then he has no answer. He's not the type of player to like adjust mid at bat or like mid, like he's just still going with the same approach that worked for the first month, which is obviously not working this month
because it worked last month.
Yeah,
but like he's not a 300 hitter.
No,
and if we expected him to be,
I don't know. A lot of people expect a lot of Pilar.
I don't understand why. I still think we should have traded him a while ago.
I was down to trade him a long time ago.
I think he's fine. He's in the 8 hole. He hits 260.
No, they had him hitting like 5th and 6th now.
Yeah, he shouldn't hit 5th or 6th. He should be one of your bottom.
He was the best hitter.
Yeah. You know, and okay, that's. But realistically, that guy hits 7-8.
Should be.
And he hits 260 maybe. That's a high for him. He plays decent defense. Any more from that guy is a plus, and to expect any more from that guy is unfair.
But sorry, I'm just saying. Here's like the downside of that is he's getting older. So his defense is going to decline, right? Yep. You can't be the guy that you were 4 or 5 years ago doing your Superman catches when you turn 30, right? It's just not going to work out anymore. You're going to lose a step. You're not going to be as agile. You're not going to be as hand-eye coordinated as you were before. So once you lose your defense, what does he become?
He's not your everyday center fielder.
No, he'll be your left fielder.
Yeah, well,
and his value goes down. So you should have traded him while he's a center fielder.
I was wanting to trade him.
They should have traded him after the year they made it to the LCS in 2015.
Yeah, I was down for it. Maybe they couldn't get anything for him.
Oh, it's hard to.
But here's the thing. Everyone was thinking, oh, this team can still win. This team can still win. But that team that won is gone, and it's been gone for a while. Like you have no Edwin, you have no Batista, Tulo. Who knows if he's going to play again?
He ain't playing.
And I don't know what the hell's going on with Donaldson.
He's looking really bad.
I can see that $30 million he's probably gonna ask
That's
for.
not.
He's prepping.
People are like,
He
yeah,
will
that's
not
fine.
get more than 15. I don't think.
I don't even think he'll finish the year as a Blue Jay.
Actually, it depends on what his term is. I don't know, or how much a year. How many
Short
years.
term, yeah, I think he might get
Short
big
term, maybe
money.
gets like 40 over 2 years.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I can't
I
see
think-
him.
I think
But
that's
he
pretty
wants
nice.
like 5 years. At like 20, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not happening now.
Well, 5 years at 20, maybe.
No shot.
Not today's
No one's
baseball.
gonna give a
Not today.
33-year-old
You're
5
right.
years.
Not today.
And the way he's playing third base. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as for your suggestion, calling the kids, I think that's gone now. At the beginning of the year, I said, yeah, bring them up, see what they can do. Maybe they can help. Like, if they came up now, what are they going to do?
What do you mean?
They're not going to help the team win.
No, but they don't count against after June 12th. They don't count
Yeah, I
against the
wouldn't.
years.
I wouldn't even want to bring them in. This
Well, you just got to
environment.
fill seats. Forget everything else is out of the way.
No,
You need-
I'm not even worried about seats. That time will come. Like,
Okay, but
if
you-
they are that guy, they're going to fill the seats next year.
Yeah, but
Why would you want to bring them? In
you're not worried about filling seats, but the entire organization is worried about filling the seats.
Yeah, I think the company wants to make money.
Yeah, and if you're not going to win, you got to do something, and that thing you can do, especially if it doesn't cost you anything, because if it doesn't count against their years, you 100% call those kids up.
This
'Cause
is
you
what
know
I
you
don't
have to.
understand.
September, I would bring them up 100%.
Why?
But not,
It doesn't
Why
count.
would you bring them now?
June 12th,
Why?
it doesn't count
Because
against
look,
your numbers.
look. First of all, yeah, I mean,
And where are you gonna play- where are you
whatever
gonna play,
the
buddy?
whatever the record is. Aside from that, it's the season's not over yet,
23,
right?
23 and
26. Yeah, like that's okay. You look at like the last couple years in 2015, 2016, they were under 500 at this point too in the season, right? Like you can have a 10-game win streak and you're back in it.
Oh, but that's not going to happen. You know,
But you don't know that. You don't know. You can't, I mean, it's so easy to say it won't happen, but it
But
could.
it could. You're right.
And what I'm saying is, if you have a chance to make your team better, why don't you call people up that can? Because I've said it many times. He becomes the second best hitter. Well, should be the second best hitter on the team behind Donaldson if you call up Vladdy. Like it's easy, it's simple. And everyone's like, "Well, where's he gonna play?" Who gives a crap, man? If he can hit the ball, you play him wherever you can. Left field, third base, DH. If he's hitting the ball and make your team better, then you win games. And then what happens? More butts come in the seats. You know what happens when you have a better offense and the team's revitalized? The pitchers feel better.
'Cause
Right?
they're winning instead of
Because
losing.
no, why? Because they don't have to stress so much about
Yeah.
having to pitch a great game that they go out and they're just like, well, you know, I know the offense has got my back. Why do you think the pitchers were so good in 2015? It's because that offense was scoring like 6-7 runs a game
Yeah.
after they made all those trades.
I could have pitched for the Jays.
Well, you look at Houston. Yeah, you look at
No,
Houston.
Drew Hutchison had 15 wins that year.
Yeah, I was like, I could have pitched for them. that
15
year.
wins. And where is he now? He's like a reliever for Philadelphia. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going to happen if you call these players up, right? Like, but look at Vladdy's numbers again today. The guy hit another home run today. He's hitting 429 in Double-A.
He doesn't
and he's,
belong in
And he's
Double-A.
2 years younger than anyone else in that league.
Doesn't belong in
Like,
Double-A.
what else do you want this guy to do? I know he's 19. I know it's scary. The Nationals just call up 19-year-old guy. They don't give a crap about their ticking time clock or whatever.
They're
they want to
trying
win now.
They're trying to win.
They're trying to win
today.
now because they have the team to win now. Do the Jays have a team to win now? If
I
Vladdy came,
agree. I agree with
if
you on
Vladdy-
that.
If Vladdy
but
came up, what would happen? Do you think they'd make the playoffs if Vladdy came up?
I think it
came
would be a
along?
shot in the ass for the team. I think, more people will come to the stadium. Who wants to play in an empty stadium? Imagine being at bat or pitching and you see a bunch of blue empty seats dressed up as a blue seat day. You
Me
want to
and-
see that?
Yeah, me and Smythe went last Friday.
Yeah.
I've never gone to a game that day. Never.
That's not true.
Me personally.
I've been to
never
games where it's like 13,000.
You go all the time. You go all the time. I've especially in outfield, it was completely dead.
But
I've
not
never-
only is it like
It was the
empty,
A's, though.
but it's like quiet in there. And that's
Yeah,
not
it
a
is.
nice place to be when it's quiet.
No.
No, it is not.
No.
Especially when it's closed.
Yeah,
No, it is
lonely.
not.
It's just lonely
It's a
in there.
team.
But like, the
But
product-
we've seen how crazy it gets when it's full.
Oh, yeah.
Or 30,000 people
well,
are in there.
and people will come if you give them a reason. And you calling up the most exciting kids potentially in baseball is a good reason.
Okay, if they come up, people aren't going to go there just to see them come up.
Sure they are.
No, they're not.
Why?
No,
A lot of people are gonna go to see them.
No, they're not.
Of course
because
they
they've had stars here, and nobody went. Just the stars alone won't do it.
They're not stars. They're potential. They're
I know.
youth.
Just stars alone won't do it. Winning, they have to win. That's the whole point. The Jays
I
have to
agree,
win.
but does he not make your team better?
by a little bit. But
How do you
I
know
don't-
by a little bit? You don't know until you try.
I guess I don't see me personally, Vladdy coming up here, and the rest of the team's gonna. Oh, Vladdy's here. Let's play now. I just
No,
don't
I
see
don't
it.
think that's. I agree. I don't think that's a
That's not how
mentality.
baseball works.
But I think like if you are a veteran and you see this kid come in and he's, going bonkers, that's hypothetical, say he does that. Then everyone else is like, well, you know what? Like, if he's
You can rally behind it.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
put your rally cap on and you go to work.
Yeah.
I
just don't see it. Me personally,
I'm not saying he's an answer, but what I'm saying is he's part of the solution.
But like, okay, you say you don't see it, but you're not saying why.
I think the team's good enough.
What does that mean? Like,
remember, I said at the beginning of the year, this team's not going to make the playoffs.
That's fine, but like, why can't you compete? If you bring someone in and your team's better, why can't you compete and see what happens? You don't think he makes the team better? How does he not make the team better?
He's a good player. I'm not disagreeing with that. But bringing him up there just to let him hit, like, it's not going to do anything for the team.
How do you know that?
I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
That's like saying Albert Pujols coming over.
No, that's different, man. That's different.
No, Albert Pujols.
Well, I'm saying, but I'm saying though, like, if the guy's hitting 4-something,
429,
any team should want him to come play on your team.
Our Pujols is a man, though.
Forget a man.
Vladdy's still a kid.
Vladdy's hitting 4, whatever. Pujols isn't hitting that.
He's still a kid.
My point is though, if you have a prodigy, like say Ohtani was sitting in the minors right now, are you saying don't bring it up because the team's not good enough?
Again, Ohtani's different because he's played against like guys. Like Vladdy is 19 years old.
Okay, but he's not playing, so you can't say if he's good enough or not. This kid's already playing, Ohtani, so you're saying he's good enough because he's already playing. This kid has to get called up so he can be good enough for you to say he makes the team better. Does that make sense?
No. Not to me, anyway. Not to me.
But what if he comes up and tears it up?
Yeah.
What if he tears it up and the Jays still don't make playoffs? Then what do you do?
Well, then
You don't lose anything if you call him up after June
Then you have
12.
people come to watch him play.
I guess.
It's only plus. Like, it's only good. Nothing bad can come out of you calling him up.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah, go on.
No, I mean, again, I don't run the organization. I don't have to make the decisions of
None of us do. We're just here. Yeah, we're here
of losing one extra year. But like, let's say, again, this is hypothetical. Let's say you call them up and the team starts clicking. You win 20 of 30 and you're back in it. And everyone's like, well, now we're going to lose a year of Vladdy later on. But you gained a year of competitiveness
this year
before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What happens in say, on his last year, the team is terrible, and you think he's going to want to stay?
No.
Well, then why did it matter that we saved that extra year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now, so you called him before June 12th. First of all,
I called him up right away. I would have called him up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I would have brought him up in the beginning of the year. Now I think that window's passed. But yeah, go on, Smythe.
Well, all I'm saying is if you don't lose your eligibility, the second that you have that year back, you call him up. That's what I think you do. And if that's your game plan. I think by then they might be out of it, but you don't think so. But
okay, well, besides bringing up Vladdy, do you start making trades on this team? Like, do you get rid of Donaldson? Do you get rid
Nothing
of
will happen until late June.
Yeah, they're gonna
unless they go like
bonkers
10 of the last 30. Like, if they're like 20 games under 500.
But right now, what are you thinking? Like, do you start shopping these guys?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Like I said, one hot week and you're back in it. You have a second wild card, so you're never really out of it.
Yeah.
Until you're like 15 games under 500 in June, then you're out of it.
Then you're done.
They look like crap right now, but like anything can happen. Anything can happen. That's baseball.
You're right. Anything can happen.
They still have a better record than the Dodgers. Are you writing the Dodgers off?
Yeah, but
Actually,
realistically though, like if you look at
that
this
division's
team,
too tough.
because their division where it is and what's happening, they are not making the playoffs. Now, with that logic,
That's not true though.
I understand they can sweep the Yankees, sweep the Red Sox over, and of course you can win every game. Realistically, they're not going to do that. Realistically, they're a long shot for the second wild card spot.
The way they look right now.
How many games are they out of first right now?
I'll check. Keep talking. I'll check.
I want to say 10 over 10.
When they made the trade for Tulo on July 29th of 2015, they were 8.5 games out of first place.
But they were making trades.
I know.
So the point is, do you make trades?
Come on, they brought in Tulowitzki.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
But the question is, do you start making trades though? It's not like,
only when you're out of it. And you're talking about making trades to get rid of...
The Jays made trades, and then they bought themselves back in.
I know.
Is that what you do if you're trying to...
Oh, right now? To compete? To compete?
Yeah.
No. What are you going to give up?
I don't know. No.
That's extreme. Unless they were like, you know what? Screw it. Let's trade Bo Bichette and someone else for Manny Machado.
Yeah.
Which would be dumb.
Well,
it'd be really dumb.
Yeah. Well, think about it. What do you do with Marcus Stroman right now?
I don't know. I think
he's a wild card. Wow,
yeah,
that's a lot.
I know. That's what I looked. Well, Marcus Stroman right now, you're hoping he's going to get better, right? But
I wouldn't count on him. I wouldn't count on Tulo.
You had a dependable starting rotation, and your best guy is
That
your
was supposed to be
lefty.
the best
Strength of the team.
Exactly.
And your only guys performing, Hap is playing great. And
He's had one bad start.
I took a dump on him when they named opening night, and I feel bad because he's been playing great.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. See, to me, it's just the team was never good enough. Pull the ripcord now. That's just me. I don't know.
But you have a tale of two halves. You have a team that started off pretty well, and then you have a team that's fizzled out, and it's a recency bias. So everyone's like, "Oh, they're not good anymore." But again, I'll say it. Baseball is baseball. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? Like,
okay. You want
hockey's hockey. Anything can happen.
no, hockey's different. Like,
Basketball's basketball. Anything.
baseball is
can
like
happen.
the only sport where every night something different happens that you've never seen before.
Well, the thing about baseball is that any night the top team can put up a pitcher that has a bad game, and you lose the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because the Jays don't have quality pitching every night,
No, they don't right now, except for J-Hap.
right?
And Sanchez, like, one every 3 starts.
And today, they're 11.5 games back
Of the East, yeah.
and 6.5 games out of a wild card spot.
That's what scares me.
Do you think that they can turn it around?
Yeah, do I think?
More than likely.
More
than likely.
Not
they
is
can.
it humanly possible? It clearly is possible. Do you think that they turn around this?
I don't think they do.
Okay.
No.
That's
That's basically.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. We got Smite's Wrestling Takeover.
All right, let's do that.
Did I surprise you with that?
No, I saw it. I'm gonna keep it pretty short.
That's fine. That's fine.
Money in the Bank is coming up.
When is it?
It's in a month.
Wow, they're really hyping it up.
Well, because now the pay-per-views it's one pay-per-view and they're doing both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, are they doing that for every pay-per-view now?
Yeah, and every pay-per-view is like 6 hours now. They're not playing games. Yeah, they're starting it at 5. I think everything's WrestleMania.
Is Nia Jax fighting?
Nia Jax is
Ronda
fighting
Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
No, there's- yeah,
Now,
I saw that.
what do you think comes out of that match?
Which one?
Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
What would be better? Like Nia Jax just won this belt. Ronda Rousey's obviously in the come up. Was it better if she get the belt? I don't know.
It's a big money fight.
I don't know if they're speeding Rousey up because she may not be in this that much longer. And so they want her to get the belt eventually to say that she was a champion at some point. Or, again, I don't know how long this contract is. Maybe Nia Jax squashes her and it humbles Ronda Rousey. Then you see like this big story about her trying to like go from the bottom to the top. And then next WrestleMania, she becomes champion. I don't know.
So my call is that Ronda Rousey loses. And the reason why...
Squashed?
Not squashed. She's just going to put up a good fight but not come over. Because the rumor is she's not a good loser. So I think she's going to lose, have to build herself up. She trains with Natalia. They put together whatever. And you're right. WrestleMania or SummerSlam. SummerSlam's the better payoff because this is faster. Yeah. No one likes slow burns anymore. Those days are over. SummerSlam, I think she takes the title from Nia Jax in a rematch. But I think it's very interesting they're not building her as a super duper star. Or the other side is she's just a big money fight like Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar draws. Ronda Rousey draws on this side. So Raw is just two big time champs that barely fight. That draw huge, which I'd also be on board with. But I just don't think Ronda Rousey's that good in the ring that she can actually like make it happen. Yeah. Anything else about that?
Do you think that Rousey goes to SmackDown?
No.
Because it's going to be on Fox now?
No.
Oh yes.
I think what's going to happen is SmackDown's going to have special matches. So Lesnar will probably fight on SmackDown. Rousey will fight on SmackDown, but they'll be Raw. Because if SmackDown goes, I think Raw's on its way. I think
Raw will never leave USA.
Yeah?
It's been a staple for how long?
I think Fox might be like, we want
Who's
Lesnar,
it
we
before?
want Rousey.
I can't remember who was before.
It was USA for the longest time. Then it was TNN for a bit, and then it went back to USA.
Yeah.
Or they might debrand again.
What else does USA have?
Fox needs a top
You
star.
know what-
Yeah, right?
That Mr. Robot or whatever?
Right?
Is that USA? Oh, okay.
Who beats Brock Lesnar, you think, for the Universal title?
Who cares?
Is it
fighting?
a who cares? He has no fight. None.
I'm sick of that.
Roman
guy,
Reigns fought him
It's
twice.
got to be Braun Strowman.
Okay. They have Strowman. They're building up Bobby Lashley very quickly.
Yeah, they probably want to.
I hate Bobby Lashley too, man.
I hate
so
him too.
boring.
He's very bad on the microphone. Very bad and very
He's
dangerous.
weird. With his like weird smile and shit.
Yeah, he's very awkward. But Lesnar. So, with the Fox deal, Fox also has UFC. You can create.
UFC's going to ESPN now.
Is it happening?
Not right now, but like
Eventually.
it's gonna. It was announced yesterday.
Brock Lesnar's
I
gonna.
missed that. Oh, yeah.
Lesnar's gonna go back to UFC.
Do you know how much they pay for it?
No,
No.
I don't think they announced the financials either.
All right.
I think
There you
what I think is gonna happen is Lesnar's gonna bring the WWE Championship into the octagon,
No.
and he's gonna fight.
Why do you keep saying this?
Yeah, you said this
brought this
before.
up before. Why do you keep saying
You said there was gonna be like a trilogy between him and Lashley.
Yeah, I also think that's a possibility. But I do
No,
think,
you were so like
I
into
was
that.
gung ho on that.
And Lashley doesn't fight in UFC. He hasn't fought in UFC in so long.
I don't think he's ever fought in UFC. But
No,
it's,
he's not. Yeah, he's
it's
never
a it's a
fought in UFC.
massive draw though.
No.
It's not.
No, UFC actually wants fighters. They want guys who can actually fight.
They want ratings.
No, they want guys who can fight.
Do you think UFC draws more than WWE?
WWE draws more than UFC.
Right.
100%.
So you think if you can just get two wrestlers that are going to go have a UFC fight,
No.
they won't be interested?
No.
All right.
No. Bobby Lashley's not going to UFC.
All right. And then my last one, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles. They've now fought 8 times. They're fighting consistently over and over again. How does it end?
I think so going on.
No English.
Right? Does it end with Nakamura winning the title? And then fighting Samoa Joe, or does it end with AJ Styles fighting Samoa Joe? Because the winner is going to fight Samoa Joe.
Samosa Joe.
Samosa Joe.
Samosa Joe. What do you think?
I think no one wants to watch AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. So, but like Joe's such a heel, and such a good heel.
Is AJ Styles good on the mic? I haven't watched him in so long.
Yeah,
Joe's
he's pretty good.
awesome, Mike.
Joe's awesome.
Yeah.
Joe's awesome. I'm talking to AJ.
Hey, no, he's so lame. But he's trying to be a babyface. It's hard being a good guy. Like if you watch these guys run good guy promos,
If I was a wrestler, I'd want to be the heel.
it is tough,
100%.
man. Good, you got to have one thing that works. Like Daniel Bryan, perfect babyface. Braun Strowman, perfect babyface. They just do one thing. That's it. Run in, body slam a guy, roar, everyone roars with you.
It's more the heel that basically makes everything. Like to be a good face or a good guy, you need a good villain
Yeah.
because they draw you into that.
You know what I miss? Remember the tweeners? The guys that like were good guys on Monday, and then Tuesday they're just like heel turn, and they put back face. Like it's way more fun. Remember The Rock? The Rock would leave and then come back, and he's just like totally changed.
I hate The Rock as a good guy.
Who? Right?
I like him more as a jerk.
And then he'd like leave for like a month and then come back, and he was just like the worst guy ever. Like it was
Randy
so much
Orton,
more fun.
Triple H.
Hey, Orange is boring.
Yeah.
But he was good when he was a Viper. When he was just like whatever his move was. I can't remember what his move was. He was RKO, just RKO everyone.
Out of nowhere.
But him too, though. He's a tweener. It's just more fun to watch. At any time, it doesn't matter what he's doing. He might heel turn on you. It's just fun to watch.
I'm just gonna cut in for 1 sec.
Shoot, do.
ESPN UFC have reportedly agreed to add a television rights package to their new deal.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd already agreed to a deal. 15 more events to increase the value of the contract to $1.5 billion over 5 years.
Lord have mercy.
1.5 billion over 5 years.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money.
Well, the deal with Fox that started in 2011 was $115 million a year.
Yeah.
So this is more.
It's not
And-
huge. Like
and-
that's.
And Fox recently signed a deal with WWE north of $1 billion.
Yeah.
So, for how many years did it say?
It's just that's all it
Okay.
said.
Oh, 1 billion. Yeah.
It's not until it's not anymore.
It's not a lot because I think NBC's paying 250 million right now for NHL.
Yeah. But that's nothing.
Yeah, that's NHL.
Money in the Bank. Who do you guys think wins?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you kidding me? 31 episodes in. And this guy still doesn't know how to put his phone on Silencio.
Just horrible.
Sorry, guys.
Any predictions? Money in the Bank winners?
Sorry. What were we talking about? No, man. They still haven't ironed out the matches yet, so not sure who to pick, really.
Who do you think gets the
I
contract?
think Amber Moon's going to win the women's.
Yeah.
Who?
Amber Moon. She's sick, man.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
She does a flipping stunner off the top rope
Yeah,
as a
it's
finisher.
so cool.
It
What's
is
it called?
actually
The Eclipse or something?
Yeah, the Eclipse. It is the sickest finishing move. My pick is Braun Strowman winning. And
I don't know if he can climb that ladder.
I think he's gonna take it.
He may not
cash
have
it
to
in.
actually. He just jumps up.
Yeah, cash in the same night and become the champion. Because Money in the Bank is the first like big dual brand pay per view.
Well, a lot of people wanted it to become the part of the Big Four instead of Survivor Series.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is Backlash was brutal. Everyone hated it. So this has to knock the ball out of the park. Strowman winning the Universal Championship would knock the ball out of the park.
He deserves it, I think.
Yeah. So
The crowd loves him. He's a beast.
it's him or Daniel Bryan.
I'm not. I don't know. I think they thought Daniel Bryan would get over a lot more than he is right now.
No, he's pretty over.
Yeah, but like, come on. Remember when he was like the Thing in like 2013 or whatever it was?
They missed it. They missed it.
And then
You can't just bring it back.
no, but they're rushing it.
Yeah, well, you missed it at that point. That's why I think Money in the Bank, because I don't think he's gonna be here long. I think he still goes in August and does what he wants.
I don't know what that.
Company's jerked him
Then
around.
why would they
for
give
so
him the
long.
title, or give him the?
Oh, you just give him a run because now he's having all of his dream matches, all his first never seen before.
But history shows they always give the Money in the Bank to a heel.
That's more fun on a heel.
Yeah.
Because the face just cashes it in like respectfully. And it's,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Doesn't really work. But I think this year, if you want to make Money in the Bank a major pay per view, you put it on a top star, and the top star uses it
But
effectively.
I can't remember the last time they gave it to like a face.
I can't really actually remember either. Well, last time I got burned, right? John Cena's used it. Kane's used it.
Yeah, but this is like going way back. I'm talking recently.
RVD's used it.
Yeah, that's like again. RVD's.
I
Like
don't.
60.
I actually don't have any recent. Remember when Mr. Kennedy won it, and then he put it on the line and lost the edge in like 5 seconds.
Side note: did you guys see that John Cena thing
I don't care about
What?
that. That's the stupidest thing ever.
where he was like begging for Bella's?
They're
begging
back
for
together.
Are they back together?
Yeah, they're back together.
Oh my god.
He basically went on. Oh, what's that TV show? Comes after the
TMZ?
TV. No, it comes after the Today Show.
It's like Helen.
No. It's like with, oh crap, I can't remember it.
Jerry?
No, remember Regis and the first.
Yeah. We're just
Oh,
saying, yeah.
so like
No,
Kelly and something.
Not Kelly, the one before that.
Michael Strahan.
No. It was Regis and it was two older.
Yeah, whatever.
Woman. I
He's
can't remember.
on that
Yeah,
show.
I can't remember. Yeah,
and he begged for her back.
no,
Whatever.
but they have another show. Whatever. Anyway, so he was basically on that show saying, "I love her. I wish her back," and stuff like that. It looked pretty sad.
It's almost. I know it looked real, but they're saying it
I'm
might have
pretty
been a
sure.
publicity stunt
Grass
for
ain't
Total
greener on the
Bellas.
other side, John Cena.
They said it might have been a publicity stunt to sell
really?
Total Bellas,
Maybe.
which is
I wouldn't put it past him.
because like why would you want to get married for John Cena?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's pushing 40.
Yeah, he is.
What's wrong with Bella? She's a good looking girl.
Yeah, she alright. She alright.
Those fake movies.
Yeah.
I remember when they first came in, they were like nothing. Now they're the biggest divas ever. Like they were just girls that twins that just walked with other guys,
And their
they're, like,
gimmick
nothing.
was they'd like switch when they're like so you would know which one
No,
was
that,
the
even
ring.
before they were wrestling, they were just like they just walked down with guys, and they were there for contract signings. They were nothing. before.
Their mom is married to a top exec, Laurinaitis, whatever his name
John
is.
Laurinaitis?
Yeah, is married to their mom. They're like the Kardashians of wrestling.
Oh, no.
It
they
really
are.
is,
Yeah,
man.
now they are.
Now
Yeah,
Daniel
now
Bryan in the mix
Yeah.
and John Cena.
Well, that show Total Divas, like they are the stars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
Well, now they have their own show, Total Bellas.
All right, well,
Good for them.
It's on E Network.
that's it for the wrestling.
That's it.
Yeah, it's
Good segment. Moving on to greatest movie franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Tournament.
in the Elite Eight right now.
Yes, it's getting tough. This is getting tough. So we're gonna go. We got a 29 against a 5.
29. Mm-hmm. Who's that?
29 is Fast and the Furious
Yeah, buddy.
against the Terminator.
Ooh. You know what?
His enthusiasm just dropped after that.
I'm still taking Fast and Furious.
See, now this is the part of the tournament where the bad movies are going to start
Yeah,
weighing.
that's
are
exactly
gonna
it.
start are going to start
That's exactly
weighing
it.
down.
This is what's going to hurt Godfather.
Here's
It's
the
going to
thing.
start weighing down. Anyway, go on.
Again, like I said, I don't know. It's gonna be very hard to knock Fast and Furious out of this tournament.
No, I agree.
Now
29th seed? How'd that happen?
underestimated, I guess.
Yeah.
Now
Yes. Underdog story.
Terminator again, completely iconic. We've talked about this so many times.
Yeah, the first
Completely
two.
The first two, completely iconic. Genesis, Salvation, and Terminator 3.
Garbage.
They are unwatchable for me.
Well-
I can't remember the last time I've actually watched those 3 movies.
Because you watch once, you're like, this is doo-doo.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well, Arnold
But at
Schwarzenegger
least-
didn't do any of them.
Yeah, he
No,
did.
he was-
He did
he was in all of
Genesis.
He was in all of them except for Salvation.
Salvation, yeah, he wasn't
He
in.
didn't do 3.
Yeah, he did.
he did.
With the girl?
Yeah, he was in it, man.
It was the same thing all over again. Yeah.
Man. Anyway, point
Now,
is,
the Fast and the Furious, the two, you can argue they're about maybe 2 or 3 bad ones. Maybe
it's hard because
Tokyo Drift.
you-
2.
I don't know why you still keep
you
dogging
think
Tokyo
you
Drift.
think they're
It's
bad,
bad.
and
It's
I say
horrible.
they're
No,
just.
but
they're
my
not
point is-
at the standard.
But my point is,
Yeah.
you can still watch them.
Yeah.
You and obviously you guys.
I
watch
still
them, so-
watch them.
I don't think there is a.
I
bad
still
one
watch
of
them.
all of them. My least favorite one was the second one.
I would say second or the fourth or the
Second one was
weakest.
my list. No, I hated Tokyo Drift. I really hated Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift is really bad.
It's not that bad, man. It had all the reasons to be a bad movie, but it wasn't that bad.
All the reasons.
And I like how in Tokyo Drift, I like how they turned the ending of Tokyo Drift into, was it part 5 or part?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The start
where-
of part 5.
Yeah. So if you guys, for those
Where
who don't
what's
know,
his face gets killed.
yeah. So if you guys, for those who don't know, it's actually out of order. Tokyo Drift takes place after 5 or 6.
Yeah. Or during 5
Yeah.
and 6.
So it's actually kind of a little bit out of order.
They had to figure that out because it was a mess. But point is, they're very consistent. Terminator, not very consistent. I'm going with Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Wells going Fast and Furious. Smite's going Fast and Furious. The people went Fast and Furious. So
Yeah.
my point is mute. I'm still going Fast and Furious. So, Fast
Are you just saying that because you don't want to look dumb? Or
No.
were you
I was
gonna
gonna
take-
pick Fast and Furious. Like I said, like those 3 Terminator movies. I cannot remember the last
There's
one.
more
This is
bad
all-
ones than good ones.
This is where, the bad movies are now in play.
They're gonna hurt.
They're not outweighing these other franchises that also had like 1 or 2 good movies. It's now coming down to what was more poo-poo.
Yeah. All right. Now we got a 1 seed against 8. This one's might be rough. You got Godfather against Toy Story.
wow.
Godfather.
What do you guys think? You can talk it out too if you want to. I just watched Toy Story 3 again today.
And
That was really good. It was really good.
So Wells hates cartoons. So he should have an opinion on this. He should be out of this.
Yo,
Now,
I think, like Godfather 3 is absolutely
I can't watch it.
garbage. And that's gonna it's gonna hurt it.
here's the thing. Are we seriously going to put an animated cartoon over The
It
Godfather?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Here's-
We're talking quality of movies.
I understand.
There are plenty of animated movies that are good quality.
Think of The Godfather and The Godfather 2. And can we legitimately say that Toy Story is a better franchise than those 2 movies? It's
You
very
can maybe argue consistently because
You can-
over the 3.
Yes.
it's been good.
And then you could say money wise, Toy Story, because we're talking about franchise.
Yeah.
You're talking also about all the money it's made.
well, anything that's come out, the later things come out, the more money they make. That's because Godfather probably set box office records for when they came out.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Maybe
It's just
No, it
good
didn't.
movies.
$2 million. That's a box office record. We don't know.
No, it didn't. It's not even top 30.
I don't know. But
It's not. I'm
but-
telling you right now,
but
it's not.
if you look at the top 30 is all released in the last 10 years, right?
Not really. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because what's number 2?
Star Wars.
The
No,
original.
sorry. What's number 3? No, it's Titanic. Titanic's number 3.
Yeah, and
All
like
time.
Avatar's there too for some reason.
Avatar.
When
It's
when
Avatar,
Titanic
Star
come out?
Wars, and Titanic.
97.
97.
97. When did Godfather come out?
72.
Okay. Come on, guys. Anyway.
But that's my point. You said anything in the top 30's come out in the last 10 years. And that's not true.
9 of the 10 are in the
And that's
top.
not
You
true.
picked the one movie that was not an exempt. The other 9 of them were in the last 10 years.
Jurassic Park's still in the top 20.
So
It came out in 96.
now that's 2 movies.
93. 93.
That's 2. So 90% of the
But
top
my point
grossing
is-
movies were
but
released in the
My point
last
is,
10
your
years.
point doesn't make sense because it's not true. But
No.
anyway, continue with your point.
90% is pretty good.
Continue your point.
But my only point is, are we going to really put a Toy Story over Godfather?
That's for you guys to decide. I choose Godfather.
You chose Godfather. And you're choosing Godfather just because
It's Godfather.
I haven't seen Toy Story 3. The
Mm.
first 2
Can't,
were
like,
kids movies,
you know,
man.
you get out of here.
What is your-
You know what?
okay, wait.
Can we actually mute his vote because he actually
no,
hasn't
no,
seen the
Well,
movie?
no, I'm a part of this team here.
Why don't you like animated movies? You just can't get into them?
No, I liked Wall-E.
Yeah. Well, it was just epic filmmaking. That was just awesome.
Well, it's a great movie.
Like,
But
the
it's
fact
not,
that
really,
the first-
it's not really a kid's movie.
The fact that the first maybe 30 minutes was like done in silence with beeps and tweets, and you still understood what was going on. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wally. But anyway,
No, it's just Toy Story is too kiddie. Like it's
It's
meant for kids, man. Like it's just
I don't know. It's really
I can't take it seriously when we're in like this part of the rounds and stuff. I haven't taken it seriously for the other rounds.
You've never taken Toy Story.
No, I've never. That's why. Why do you think I didn't see 3? Wait, 22-year-old man go watch Toy Story 3 in the theater?
Are you taking Toy Story?
What do you got? I asked you.
I'm asking you.
Why? Why don't you just both say it on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3, go.
Go, Smite.
Oh my god!
I asked you.
You know what? I'm
What?
taking Godfather. There.
There you go. Done.
So,
Why are you taking Godfather?
See, now's gonna matter because you made me pick, and I took Godfather. Now
I was going to pick Godfather.
All right, well, that's over.
I'm just going to pick Godfather because the first 2 movies, super incredible. And again, I still can't get through 3. And that's going to hurt it.
Yep.
And that is going to hurt it. Because everyone universally says they cannot, 3 is just so bad. And I just can't watch it. I tried twice. And I maybe even try again.
And the only reason why it is a franchise for these rules is because you guys have 3 movies.
Yeah.
Is like there's no need for that movie.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's
just
like
a sequel.
What it came out, 93 or something like that?
90 something, yeah.
So,
What do people say?
71% is that Toy Story.
Idiots. Toy Story, come on.
Well, it's gone now. Well, so you don't have to see that again. You don't ever see that
None of
ever
the
again.
people vote anymore. This is an American Idol, all right?
NBA Conference Finals.
Wait, that's it?
That's it.
Man,
Why don't we just do the other ones?
I'm stretching this out because we still got a couple more weeks. I'm
we
stretching
doing this
out.
forever.
I'm stretching it out.
I feel like we haven't talked about Star Wars in like 3 weeks.
No,
we talked about
because
last
it's not up yet.
NBA Conference Finals. Go.
What do you want me to say?
Cavs, Celtics. What do you guys?
Whoever's at home is going to win. Okay, well, Nash is now leaving.
So there's
He's
that.
so interested. He had to get his Toy Story rant out, and that he
done.
stayed for that, and now he's leaving.
We're currently watching the NBA Finals. So Golden State and Houston is the NBA Finals, which we knew at the start of the season was going to happen, and it's not disappointing. But you kind of get upset that you know what's going to happen all the way in October. Like you see the teams line up, you
it's
know what's
2-2,
going to
right?
be. I don't forget the series. The fact that these 2 teams will be playing for the Western Conference Championship.
Yeah. It's this league's boring, man.
Like
It's boring.
it is star power to a T. We watched
So
it.
we all knew this was going to be the conference finals in the West, and in the East we're just getting a rematch of last year. You know, the Celtics are a completely different team.
But did we know it was going to be a rematch?
Actually, the Cavaliers are a completely different team. We didn't know it was going to be a rematch,
No.
right?
The West we knew.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
But the East, it happened, but no idea.
Yeah.
No
A
idea.
2 and a 4.
Yeah, but like if you look at Golden State and Houston, this is the best basketball we're going to see in this league.
Probably.
I think we're watching the 2 best teams play right now. Like when you watch Boston and Cleveland, you know Boston sometimes doesn't come out to play.
No.
Right? Sometimes Cleveland they can't get it together.
No.
You're not seeing games where you're seeing spurts where maybe Houston goes cold and that could cost them the game, but you're not seeing hey this team's outmatched today, right? And I don't know. It's hard to watch Eastern Conference finals, to be honest. It's not like if you're watching like it's not good basketball.
Well, because like, if you're watching the West on one night and then next night's the East, you're like,
It's subpar.
yeah.
It's a sub.
This is what's going on. NBA playoffs in the last couple years too. There's a lot of blowouts,
Yeah.
and I think Steve Kerr said this 2 days ago or something like that. Like before, teams would go on like a 10-point run, and that's what they do. Now because of the 3 ball, that 10-point run is now turned into a 20-point run, and it's making it really hard for other teams to catch up.
I just think teams just get blown
Like,
out.
let's just
There's a lot of blowouts.
backtrack here to Game 3. 41 point, like
Golden State win.
what is that? This is a conference final.
That's just a win. It's
No,
one.
I agree,
point.
but still, it's
Like,
But it
embarrassing.
takes up there's no point in watching them 20 minutes.
Well, what's a blow in hockey? Because Washington just beat Tampa Bay 4-0.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
There's
that wasn't a 4-0 game, and you know what I mean. Like that
There's
was
also Game 7.
yeah. That
Still
wasn't
4-0.
done until the midway through the third.
I mean, there was a 40-point blow, but this is Game 5. The series tied 2-2. It's just one game.
I know what you're saying, but like that's embarrassing being on that end.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they came back and won. Everyone thought they were done for. They wouldn't win another game.
Yeah.
But like to lose by 41 points in a conference final.
Well, what you're arguing, Smythe, is these are compelling series, but sometimes games are bad.
Yes.
Yeah, but like
The
that's
series is compelling because it goes back and forth. But the games, you're like, okay, well, I don't have to watch the last 20 minutes.
yeah, but in the NHL, we were watching 7-0 games and 7-1, 7-2s. It happens. Like teams,
Not as
Games-
often as it has in the NBA.
I don't know.
No, over the last 3 years, there's a lot of
Oh, a few years maybe. But like I'm saying, this year, if you go year by year, the NHL just as many blowouts.
No.
I would disagree with that. But whatever. If you're counting 3-0 as a blowout, maybe, I guess. But I don't.
In hockey, I consider anything more than 2 is you're blown.
Hey, Justin Timberlake.
And JJ Watt.
Oh, JJ Watt. And his wife.
Yeah.
And she plays on the Houston
Okay.
soccer team. I can't remember. Anyway.
Houston has a soccer team.
The
Yeah.
Dynamo?
So right now it's 3-2 Cavs.
Nope.
No. Celtics?
Celtics, sorry.
Now,
Right back.
do you think Boston? Because let's face it, they're not going on the road. It's going to be a Game 7 in Boston.
If it keeps going like this, Celtics will win.
Instead.
If every team wins at home, but LeBron James is LeBron James. If you're going to win one game on the road, that's the game to win.
Yeah, but they haven't shown.
Yeah, that was right.
No. But if LeBron's going to score 55.
And Boston's
they'll win.
undefeated at home.
No,
in the playoffs. In the playoffs.
They lost one.
No. They're 10-0.
God damn it. I don't know. It's the series. It's hard to watch, but I do think it's good to see like teams understanding how to defend LeBron James, understanding that,
But only at home.
he's only one man. Well, even in Cleveland, they're trying to shut the other guys down. The other guys just shoot better.
This is the game plan, which the Raptors couldn't execute better than the other teams. It's LeBron's gonna get 40. Stop those other guys.
Yeah.
If no,
J.R.
if-
Smith's
if-
not going to get 20.
If Love doesn't, well, I don't know what the hell J.R. Smith's doing right now.
Nah.
If Kevin Love can't score 20,
They can't win.
Yeah, they can't win. And the young guys, like, you can't depend on them.
No.
Like, they're good at home, but Nance and Hood, like, they're not doing anything.
No. They're useless in the playoffs, which I totally thought wouldn't be the case. I didn't think they'd be great performers, but I thought they'd be like solid, tough defenders, and they'd be up and down the court, zipping, slamming the ball, having a great time. They're not doing any of that.
Golden State Rockets. This is actually
The
first.
NBA
I think it
Finals.
was the first 2 games. We're like, oh, this is over. But Rockets seemed like they were really close. Mind you, that Golden State lost to Iguodala. I don't know when he's coming back. He's not playing this game, and you're seeing that the Golden State Warriors they're becoming really thin. Before they had a deep bench, but now they have to pay all these top guys.
Yeah.
They're becoming super thin, and it's showing up. Right now we're watching, and it's a tie game. There we go. In the third quarter. So, where do you see this series going, Smythe?
We're watching the NBA Finals.
Pretty much. Wouldn't this be awesome if it was the NBA Finals?
Yeah, this should be the NBA Finals. But if you've been watching the series, Houston's been proving they can play with Golden State, and Golden State's been losing their swagger and their confidence. Now they're on the road right now and they're playing just fine. But before they thought they were
I don't know. They
superior.
have a lot of turnovers, man. That's 14 now.
Yeah. Well, they at first they thought they were superior, and they're understanding now they're not the superior team. That could be enough for Houston to actually grind out the series, because Houston's fighting, scratching, clawing.
I don't know, except for that 41-point blow.
Yeah. Well, you can't win them all, but
You're right, you can't. And you also don't have to lose by 41.
Yeah.
I feel like, what if you know you lost already? Why not just lose by 40?
It seems like that's what they do in the NBA. It's like
No,
we
totally, I
lost.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
We lost. Let's pack it in. It seems like that's what's
I
going on.
don't like that mentality at all.
It seems like coaches are like, okay, well, I'm not gonna win this one. Might as well not try. Think a long series, or you think Houston's found their groove? Wells.
If Golden State wins this, they'll win in 6. But I think it's going to go to 7 if they win. If Houston wins, they could both go. I think they're both going to go to 7 technically.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It depends on this game.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see Golden State losing at home again if they win this game.
Mm-hmm. Smythe?
I definitely can't see them losing again if they lose this game. So I think it's either going to go. Can't say it's either going to go 6 or 7. It is. I don't see Houston winning in 6. I see Golden State winning in 6.
Yeah.
I can if Golden State pulls this out in Houston, it's over.
Yeah.
And if Houston wins, Golden State can obviously win at home. But I'm like,
Right now it's 2-2. So obviously,
yeah.
NBA history would tell you if they do win this game, then it is over.
To be honest, like Houston has to play exceptional, and Golden State has to play poor for Houston to win. Golden State plays like Golden State, they win this series in 6. And if there's a game 7 and and Golden State doesn't play poorly, they're gonna win. I think they're a better team. Just the talent is too much. But if you like Steph Curry's not hitting 8 or 9 threes in the game, they're not better.
They don't look that good.
No.
Yeah, if he doesn't hit shots, they don't look
They are not better.
Is he still hurt?
No.
Oh, he's hurt. He said he's not. He said
He's just not shooting the ball well. And a shooter can go into a slump. There's nobody who is consistently a 50% 3-point shooter. The kind of volume shots he's taking, it's just really far from the basket. And we're starting to see it actually come back to hit them right now.
Yeah. Raptors coaching search.
Carousel.
So they wanted Budenholzer. He went to Milwaukee. And now it seems I think they had an interview with Hammond. I don't think that went well. So it looks like it's between Stackhouse and Nurse. I was on the bandwagon of hire Stackhouse. I was now talked out of that.
You're talked out of that.
I was talked out of it.
Who sat you down and had a good chat with you?
If you're gonna hire Stackhouse or Nurse, why'd you fire Casey?
Why what?
Why'd you fire Casey?
I agree.
Same system.
The same voice, same system, same thing.
See a new voice, yeah. I think they're stuck now going internal.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think it's a poor move. But I also think, like, if you're going to go internal, you have to go Stackhouse. And
Why do you have to?
Because if you go Nurse, it's literally the exact same message. This guy keyed your offense. Now he's in a higher defensive coordinator who brings in a different defense.
Do you think Stackhouse is the same thing, man?
No, because the only thing Stackhouse brings different is he played in the league. Player coaches, people just respect them more. The players like them more. And then 2, he's a winning coach. He's won. He's has championship caliber somewhere
In a G League.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's still
In a G League.
which is the reason why I don't think they hire inside. But if now they're stuck hiring, because I wouldn't hire Boldenhauser. Why do you get that guy?
Because he's from the Popovich tree. I think they wanted from the Popovich tree. That's why they went for Becky Hammond. That's why they went from Budenholzer.
I would have hired Becky Hammond for the publicity.
Well, I don't think publicity. I don't
Media's
care about
coming.
publicity. I want who's the best. Who's the best person for
You're
the
winning
job.
50 games anyways. This team's a 50-win team.
Well, you guys were screaming that the Raptors need to shake things up. Like, if you're just bringing in someone
it doesn't matter if they win 50 games.
Yeah.
It's what you do in the playoffs.
So if you're bringing in someone for
That's
just
where this
publicity,
team's at
then
right
you're
now.
wrong.
That's where this team's at right now.
What I think is, can you bring in someone who can move the needle more than your season? Can you bring in someone to help you beat LeBron James? Not with this talent. This talent can't beat a LeBron James team. Forget everything else.
I would disagree with that, but whatever. I've already
Forget
stated my case. But
everything else. They've had 3 years to do it. They can't do it. You can't change the personnel. You got to change the coach. Bring in someone who's going to put butts in the seats. You're going to get your 50 wins
Coach
anyways.
is going to bring butts in the seats? Come on.
you go to NBA games to watch the coach. That's where you go to. That's why you go to.
I think it becomes a media frenzy.
Get out of here, man.
That's what I think. I think Boldenholzer doesn't do it. I think Becky Hammond does it. First female coach to NBA.
Becky Hammond's there. I'm going to go buy a seat.
Amazing positive message. Blah, 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 blah. And I think you sell.
So you
more
go check out
tickets.
more games if Becky Hammond's the coach?
I don't, but some people do. I'm gonna go see what I'm gonna see. I just like basketball, but someone's gonna be like, I want to see a woman coach. They'll go to the games.
Who cares?
It's just another reason.
Who cares? If that's the reason for your hiring, you're doing a disservice. Do you have any thoughts on this, Wells?
No, I mean, you guys pretty much nailed it. Like, I don't understand why they would go internal with, like, Stackhouse or Nurse if that's the same system that we just used and it didn't get us.
Just fired Casey. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't understand that one. But, like, really, who else is there? Like, Van Gundy?
Yeah.
No. You got to bring in. I think you bring in a fresh blood new head coach. This is why I think
you don't
bring
want
in.
Stackhouse.
No, he's a new head coach. He's never coached.
He's already in the system. You don't want Stackhouse.
Not NBA. I think you bring it personally. Becky Hammond. She's a Spurs person.
I think she turned it down already.
I don't.
She turned it down?
I think so.
What?
I think so.
Why would she turn it down?
Just make that up, bro.
No, I think that's what I read. No, because
Why would she turn down a head coaching
She would've
job
turned it
on a
down.
good team?
well,
Don't smear her name in the mud like that,
If you
bro.
believe that the Raptors aren't that good, why would you want to come here?
No, it's not that they aren't that good. Like, they're going to compete, but they just need that extra
Well, think about
something.
This. Yeah, well, think about
a
this.
new voice.
How long can this Raptors team stay together?
2 years.
2 more years.
Yeah.
So if you come here to coach for a long period of time,
Where
then
else are you going to go
You're
then?
going to be coaching.
Where else are you going to go?
Head coaches don't. Head coaches are looking for jobs.
Clippers
They're
just
not
extended.
coaching.
Clippers just extended Doc
Yeah,
Rivers.
they did. Oh, they did?
They don't.
Yeah, okay.
Head coaches don't coach
Why?
based on the teams they're coaching.
Pardon me? Sorry,
Head
say
coaches
again?
coach based on they need a job.
No, they don't.
I don't have a job.
don't.
I want a job.
they don't.
They don't go. I don't want to coach
No,
that
they
team.
don't. No, they don't. There's coaches out there that say no. Because Jeff Van Gundy has been offered several times. Mark Jackson's been offered several times.
Jackson's crap.
Yeah, whatever. But they've been offered jobs. But they say, I'm not going to coach a bad team or a bad
I feel
organization.
like Mark Jackson's making more money on the panel. Anyway.
He's not. There's no.
What
more
if
money
they
there.
got Jason Kidd?
I would have got Jason Kidd too. That's my other.
Apparently,
one.
that's who LeBron wanted.
Oh,
But they got Luke.
yikes!
No, or was it? Did he go to the Milwaukee first? But yeah, apparently that's who LeBron James wanted to coach. Jason Kidd. I didn't like what he did in Milwaukee. That defense was just awful. It worked for a year and it was god awful. And apparently he's a stubborn guy and he sticks to his ways. I don't know. But yeah, there are coaches out there that pick and choose. Why? She doesn't have to leave. She doesn't have to leave Spurs. She can stick around and maybe coach Spurs later on. She doesn't have to go
Maybe.
anywhere.
You're right.
She doesn't have to go anywhere.
That's a good point.
I don't know. She doesn't have to, but if I were her, I'd go.
No, you want her to go.
This is.
You wanna
I mean, the Raptors are in a better position than the Spurs, technically.
Yeah. If they're going to hire internally, I think that's a bad move. I think that's a bad look. It really won't matter because they're still going to win 50 games. So,
But that doesn't. That's not what.
I know that's not the point.
That's not what they're in it for, right? Like, okay, everyone's like, "Oh, this is a 50 win team." That's great. You know, great regular season again. We've seen that the last 3 or 4 years. We need something more than a regular season.
Well, what I'm saying is,
I need this team to come out as a 1 or 2 seed and win 5 games or less in the first
If
round.
they get to the conference finals,
then it's
is that a success to you, or do you want them in the finals? What's the success?
I want them to go as far as they can.
as far as they can.
I want them
round.
to look like a 1 or 2 seed if they are a 1 or
That's
2
fair.
seed.
So
I don't
that-
want them
that-
to look like a 6 seed.
That'd probably mean conference
Okay, but-
finals. Dominate the first 2 rounds, get to the conference finals.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is
that's
what they
fair.
should
That's
be.
fair.
If
That's fair.
in the East, should they not be that?
Yeah, I believe they should have been.
That's hogwash. They should dominate the teams they play. It's the playoffs. If a series is 6, like Boston's played 6-7 game series all the way through, no one's saying they're not playing like a number 2 seed.
But they don't have their stars. That's the point.
I'm saying
That's the point. Their bench
yeah.
look. Their bench players look better than the Raptors starters. That's what
just need to advance. That's all you have to do. But here's what I'm saying: you bring in a whole new system, for instance. I don't care what you do with this team; they're going to win 50 games.
But
You
if
have
you're
a
bringing
whole
Stackhouse and Nurse,
season.
you're not. If you're bringing a Stackhouse and Nurse, you're not.
Winning 50 games?
No, you're not bringing a whole new system.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why you do bring a whole new system, because you have 82 games to put together something that can work in the playoffs.
Yes.
Knowing you're going to win 50 anyways because your team's that good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
my glass channel.
for this next season. It's not about the regular season. It's about what you do in the playoffs. And I think that's what they need to hire their next coach to do, is to shake it up and make them into a team that's going to compete in the playoffs.
Look like a playoff team.
Yeah, look like a 1 or 2
like a 1 or
a
2.
50 win team.
Because like me and you well said, that first round, they didn't look it.
The first game, like right off the hop, I was like, "Why are you down? You're at home. You're a 1 seed. What are you doing?"
You look like last year, and then that's why we called the next series the way we did, or at least that's why you called the next series the way you did. And you were right. They didn't look good, and we want that different. If they're a first or second seed, the first round shouldn't be a problem. Second round, maybe, yay, whatever, and they should make conference finals if they're a 1 or 2. Conference finals shouldn't be a problem for this team. Maybe it's players, maybe it's coaching. I don't know. But if they hire internally, to me, why do you fire Casey? And apparently Casey's being looked at by Detroit. I don't know if that's a good spot for him either.
Who cares where he goes? You fired him. Who cares where he goes?
I'm just saying for him. Detroit.
Would you want Casey back for another season?
No. Would I have wanted him back for another season? Me, I didn't care. I think Casey did a good job because at first I didn't like him. He proved me wrong. It wasn't his fault that they lost. I would have brought him back for at least 1 more season.
I don't want to see that again.
No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that happen again.
And we talked about this already. It's a shame that the players folded for him like they did, and but that shows you something too, right?
But that's the key. Folded for him.
Exactly.
They didn't play for him.
They didn't play for him. So then that shows me they don't really want him either.
Need a new face.
Yeah. And that's
fair.
And that's what I mean is, like, if you're gonna hire a Nurse or you're gonna hire a Stackhouse, how much different is it than Casey?
Could you imagine they hired Nurse and like, oh, so Nurse is the guy with the answers? And Casey looks at them like, so you had all the answers and you held out on me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Yeah, what if they're amazing next year with Nurse?
So you're holding out on me, you had all the answers? So we'll see. They still haven't hired anybody.
Which is weird. They gotta do it soon. With the draft
Yes,
coming
well,
up in a month.
Yeah, well, I guess you don't really need that.
Oh, they don't have a pick.
Yeah.
Well, since
Oh,
they're
that's
hiring
right. They don't
currently,
have,
they can-
yeah, that's right. They don't have a pick, so it doesn't really matter. As long as they're for camp, right? And camp starts
September?
summertime. Yeah, summertime. Well, that's it.
Oh shit.
That's it. Tell the people where they can find us, Smythe.
You can find us anywhere you can download podcasts. But our social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and there's one I keep missing.
Instagram,
Spotify?
Twitter. No, you're talking social media.
Social media.
Facebook, Tumblr. There's nothing you're missing.
No. All right. Well, you can find us there. Follow us on iTunes, obviously, guys. I downloaded it. It's really easy.
I think you want to say Snapchat, but we don't have Snapchat.
You don't do no Snap. You're too old for that.
Or YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube. Boom.
on
There
YouTube.
it is. Thanks.
Boss?
You can follow me on Horseplay on iTunes. We just dropped episode 43 on Monday.
Good episode, last 2 episodes.
Yeah. So
Really good. That whole quiz DeFeo on guessing movies. I wish I thought of that bit. It surprises me how do you not know about movies? But again, maybe we're just movie fanatics over here on this
that's
side.
the innocence of DeFeo when it
Yeah.
comes to movies. He literally does not know anything about movies.
Wow.
So, but yeah, check us out on iTunes. Just look for Horseplay Podcast and follow us on Instagram, Horseplay_podcast. You can get our updates there when we launch new episodes. We're doing it every week now. So hop on board. We're 43 episodes in, and we're not stopping.
Unless you break your microphone. And of course...
No, we got a new one, bud.
And of course, you can find everything at the Park Daily, theparkdaily.com. Basically, one-stop shop. Helps us out. You can stream all these episodes, everything. Listen to it. Critique us. Talk back to us. Whatever.
Don't vote for Toy Story.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone now. So you
Stop
don't have to
that.
worry about it. Toy Story is gone. It will not bother you again. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. I'm a big sticker for that. I ask everyone I see, especially what you don't like. What do you like? I want to know. I want to know the feedback, everything. So,
Nash Wells and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.